Hey everyone, this is my third take of my. This is day 2 of the 21-day YouTube challenge. I'm on my third take because I keep stuttering over my words. And essentially, the message I want to share with you guys today and to leave with you guys today is to take ownership of your results. It does in a Taekwondo context. If you lose a match and it's because the other guy was grabbing or holding or cheating or the ref was biased toward the other person, and your answer for how to win is, or the answer for why you lost is because the ref, et cetera, then you're just not going to grow. Even if I was against a ref or someone who was cheating, I looked at it as my skill was not enough. Like, there's my skill and their skill, and then there's a little bit extra because of the cheating. My skill should have been higher than this threshold, their skill plus the cheating, in order to still win. Case in point, I was fighting in Malaysia, and I think I was against Malaysia in Malaysia, and the prince of the province or whatever showed up, and then it was pretty obvious they were trying to swing the match in his direction. I'd force him out of bounds. There'd be no gumjongs. When I did force him out of bounds, they put us back in the middle of the ring. And so after the first round, I went back to my coach, Sir Japs, and in Tagalog, he was saying that, you know, they're cheating you. They're cooking the match. And so what I did was, I know this guy likes to poke with his left leg, which coincides with my right leg spin hook kick. And so the opening of the second round, I trapped the front leg and I hit with the hardest spin hook kick I could. Like, I was trying to knock this guy out in one. Luckily for him, he blocked. It was enough for him to knock over. And after that had happened, the ref stopped cooking the match. It was he started calling fair calls because I realized that if they kept going like that, like, my skill level was high enough to where their player was going to get hurt if they kept trying to cook the match. And so that's obviously a victory. There's sometimes where I did lose, and sometimes it was because of a bad call of a ref, but I would look at that and just put that on the side and think about, okay, but it can't just have been that. Like, if there's 0-0 scoring, but he only got gumjongs, why couldn't I score? So look, analyze the defense, et cetera. Now, taking that outside of the Taekwondo context, if you're struggling in life right now, or if you're not happy where you are in life, and it's because the government, or because look at this inflation rate, or whatever other reason you could possibly think of, because the news, or I'm in a bad mood today because I watched CNN, like, that's not, none of that's going to help you. And what's worse is if you're complaining about the situation, your mind thinks you've found a solution for it. So you complain and you complain and complain. The problem doesn't move, but your mind doesn't actually try and find ways to solve it. You need to look at your situation and think about, what factors in my life can I control? How do I either increase my skill or change my position to where I can start winning in these areas where I need to win? And you can take this for anything. If you're in a relationship and the relationship isn't going well, whether a guy or girl, doesn't matter, the relationship's not going well, there's a common factor, and it's you. You can't really control how the other person is going to react. You can set boundaries. You can, one is just pick someone who's more aligned with your values. That's a whole nother tangent for somewhere else though. But you can essentially set boundaries. You can control how you act when you're around them. You can control how you respond while you're around them. When you're at work, if you're in a crappy work situation, like, you found the job, and if you don't like the job, you can go look for other jobs. There's an abundance of jobs out there, especially if you're in America. And so the closing message today is just, don't be a victim. Think about the areas of your life where you're not succeeding, and take active steps to try and win in those areas, because no one's coming to save you. No one cares about you more than you. So whatever it is, wherever you're struggling, take ownership of that area and figure out how to win. Don't blame the refs. Don't play the victim. That's not helping anybody.